What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Glow of Diamonds talk show, where we have chats surrounding various topics about motherhood, womanhood, entrepreneurship, and surviving this global crisis. Join me as we dive into our topic for the week, which is compound interest theory. This is a theory that is comprised of tiny choices that you make every single day that will actually decide and lead you to your destiny. We are going to examine 5 ways that the compound effect shows up in our daily lives and how it can propel us forward or hinder us from reaching our destination. If this sounds like a discussion you would love to join in on, then be sure to watch the rest of this video. Be prepared to highlight key things that can stop your momentum or project you forward. So without further ado, let's dive right into our topic for the week. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more content. All right, ladies, let's go. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. I am your host, Tony Cliche, and we're going to get straight into the topic. So if you've already clicked on this video, you know exactly what we're going to be talking about today, or you may not. So I'm going to go ahead and illuminate 5 ways the compound theory can affect your life. So let's get a little bit of information about what the compound theory is, okay? So I took some notes. The compound effect is tiny choices you make every single day that will decide your destiny. There is no magic formula to success. You will have to put in the work consistently, okay? You have to track where you spend your time. You have to develop habits that will help you work toward the important goals that you set for yourself. You have to identify your bad habits and see what triggers them. You have to catch the momentum once it's there. And then when you catch it, you have to actually adapt to it so that you will be unstoppable when you have those days where you fall short and you just don't feel like it and you have to press through. And you have to be careful about who you listen to and who you spend your time with. So I felt like this would be a great topic to talk on. So let's hit some of these points that I just listed. The first one, let's start tracking where you spend your time. During the pandemic, it's giving everybody the opportunity to reprioritize and see what's important and what's not important. It's giving everybody the opportunity to dive into their mental health. It's giving people the opportunity to kind of reshape what they thought they wanted and being able to be adaptable and flexible during this pandemic right now. So people's minds are just all over the place, like, oh my gosh, should I get a job? Should I start a business? Should I do this? Should I do this? And it can be deafening when you just stop and realize and look around you and just like, wait, how did I even get to where I am right now? Because I don't even know how to make the decision on where I want to go based off how I even got here. Like sometimes you just look up and be like, how did I even get here? That's where anxiety and depression and stuff can kind of come into, which we talked about last week, where you have to know where you're going, what you want, and be stern about it. Because if you don't, things like this, the compound interest theory, can sneak up in your life and can kind of destroy what it is that you think that you want, or the things that you thought that you were reaching towards. Kind of illuminates that you may or may not be doing that. So I wanted to tap into that. So your time needs to go wherever your goals are. So if I say I want to be a mailman, I'm not going to hang around with people who are disrespectful to mailmen. I'm not going to hang around with people who talk that bad about mailmen. I'm not going to hang around with people who disrespect the mailman when they do show up to their doorstep to bring them their mail. I'm going to figure out what it is that I already have, then figure out what I need to be able to be a successful mailman. What I'm saying is that I shape my life around that one thing that I want. And not saying that you have to shape your entire existence, but a good chunk of it needs to go towards whatever it is that you say you want to do. So if you say you want to be a mailman, you need to be positioning yourself and aligning yourself with that. So that's where those tiny choices and tiny decisions that you make each and every day, that's where that falls into. Because if you're not even trying to put yourself in the position so that you can receive it, I mean, you're not going to receive it. So that's what the compound interest theory means. This means taking little things from here and little things from there and just putting them all in a bowl, mixing them up, and then baking. And then there's your cake. If you literally just make it your priority to make 3 decent, impactful, prioritized decisions daily, you will reach your goals. Meaning, if you want to be an orator, a public speaker, smoking every day is not going to help you get to the public speaker status that you want. Why? Because you need your throat, you need your lungs, you need your diaphragm, you need all of that to be able to speak and project your voice. So if you're smoking and drinking and hanging out late and all this other stuff, you're pretty much telling what you want that you really don't want it, because you're not aligning yourself with that. It takes a certain discipline and a certain temperament to be able to do what it is that you want to do. And if you're not already that type of person, which 9 times out of 10 you're not, you're just a person who says you want to do those things and you want to be capable of those things and you want to be a part of that lifestyle or that life, but you probably aren't even prioritizing yourself with the things that you have now, like your time, your money, your attention, your interests, where your focus is. If you're not even aligning that with what you say that you want, then you're not even making the tiny steps that you can make that are within your control to be able to propel yourself forward so that you can at least start a momentum so that you can be chugga, 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 chugga. You know, going to where you want. You can't do that if you don't even take a step back to say, okay, how did I get here? Where am I at? Where do I want to go? What do I need to get there? What am I taking with me that I have right now? Who can come with me? What will I do when I get there? How will I sustain myself along the way? All those questions need to be asked before you even get out of bed in the morning and say, this is what I'm going to do today. So it's like you have to wake up and take that time. Like you need an hour or two before you even walk out the door. Before you even start the process of getting yourself together to go to work, you need an hour or two to be able to check in with yourself to kind of see, okay, is my why still the same why as it was yesterday? Maybe it's changed. If it's changed, you need to analyze why it's changed, because it might be the thing that's telling you, yeah, this ain't for you, but you still pressing through it because you don't make no time for yourself, that you don't even catch. You don't even, I had a vision. You can't have one. Because you didn't even stop to be able to see what it is that you need along the way. There is no magic formula, okay? I'm sure you guys probably think that there's some huge formula to Oprah being Oprah. It's not. It's her waking up every day, choosing to wake up at 4 a.m. or choosing to wake up at 5 a.m., choosing to do the things that her body doesn't want to do, choosing to do the things that the doubtful, fearful, and objectified her does not want to do. You don't become Tyler Perry just by saying you want to be Tyler Perry. You know what I mean? You don't become Michael Jordan by saying you want to be Michael Jordan. You don't become who you say that you want to become by just saying it. You literally have to do it. So if you're not speaking that thing into existence, meaning you're just saying, oh yeah, I'm going to do this. No, when I do this, you know what I mean? Change your verbiage and change what you're saying, because your words have life and they have death, okay? If God created the whole world just by speaking, what the heck do you think your mouth can do, little mama? Yeah, create or destroy. So you really need to be able to speak to that thing and speak to yourself and say, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to get it. The habits that you develop each and every day are going to tell you whether you're going to make it to be successful. Success is literally your worthy ideal that you pursue each and every day. So if I say I want to be a public speaker and I want to have ways to motivate and encourage women, I have to use with what I have right now so that I can show the universe, yes, this is what I want. Because each and every day when I get up, I'm running towards something that another million women are running towards. So we're all trying to chase the same thing, which is fulfillment, success, love, happiness, joy, peace of mind, healthy body. We're all chasing those things, but they're in different ways that we all can attain them. But if you don't even know where you want to go, you don't even know who can go with you, you don't even know what the assignment is, how are you supposed to be able to put your best foot forward to do it? You can't. And I know it seems like I'm rambling, but all these things literally tie into the compound interest theory. It's literally about tiny decisions each and every day. I'm not going to eat this because I know I want to get back in shape. I'm not going to talk to this person because I know when they call me or when I speak to them, they're never listening to me. They're talking at me, not talking to me. So this isn't the best time for me to have this conversation. So I'm just going to put it on hold. Those things are the decisions that you're making because you don't want to take your attention off what you need to do because you're focusing on things that you don't really need to. Now, I'm not going to say that the devil is here to say, ha, 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 I'm going to throw a stick on the ground so you can break your ankle. But he kind of is. Like, his job is to steal, kill, and destroy. He's here to steal, kill, and rob you of your joy, your fulfillment, your success, your happiness, your health, your love life, your beauty. Anything he can take, he's going to take. So you have to prepare yourself and be guarded to know what your why is. Why is that your why? Who told you that that should be your why? You need to have so many, like, forms of foundation so that you can stand on. So when those storms come and you feel like those trials and tribulations are like literally drowning you, you need to have that information to be able to back up on. You need to be able to say, you know what, I know I'm doing this because it's going to lead to this, and it's going to lead to this, and it's going to lead to this, and it's going to be where I want to be. I know it can be difficult to do that because it's difficult for me to do it each and every day, but I literally make these videos weekly for you all so that I'm ministering to myself as well. It's not oh, I'm already glowed up, baby girl, so come follow me. No, it's, I understand. I can empathize with you, so let's glow up together. You know what I mean? Let's give each other encouragement. Let's give each other inspiration and motivation. Let's tell each other, yes, this is what you can do. This is what you can't do. Let's empower one another. You know what I mean? So I'm not on here to make it seem like, yes, I've mastered the compound interest effect. So, you know, I eat broccoli on Tuesdays and I eat yogurt on Fridays just to make sure that on Mondays I'm able to eat my granola bar and my parfait. I don't do that. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. But however, I do realize that tiny decisions that I make each and every day, the people I talk to about my vision and my dreams, you know, the places I hang out, the time I spend on my phone, the time that I'm using to, you know, kick other things out of my mind instead of pushing other things into my mind. You know what I mean? It's like different things and strategies that you can come up with. However, we're just choosing not to do it because it's just like, one, we might not have the information. Two, we might not have the resources. Three, we don't have the freaking support. Four, we don't have the time. Five, we just don't give a damn and we just like, take me now, Lord. I don't care. Just, if you gonna feed me today, feed me. If you're not, cool. And no one wants to live their life like that. Like, baby girl, get it together. Get it together. Notice that when I listen to music, if I'm listening to Meg Thee Stallion, or if I'm listening to Cardi, or if I'm listening to Lil Durk or Lil Baby or something, whoever I'm listening to, it doesn't matter whether it's R&B or hip hop. When I'm listening to it, I literally emulate that person, like their persona, their mannerisms, how thug they are, how sexy they are, whatever it is, I emulate that. So it's like you kind of have to put that mask on with who you want to become. You need to walk in that lady's shoes every day. You got to strut in that girl face every day. Like you got to tell whoever that is, that needs to be your best friend. Literally, where does she shop? What does she eat? What does she dress like? Who's her friends? What type of conversations does she have? What type of business ventures is she working on? What type of people does she support? What does she do for the community? How many children does she have? What does her man look like? You know, all these types of things you need to know so that way once you're there, it's just like, okay, I've made it. This is where I want to be. A lot of us don't even have the balls to walk into the life or walk into that room that we say that we want to be in so bad. You haven't even knocked on the door. How you gonna say, oh yeah, if I could just get into that room and do what? When you get in there, what you gonna do? Cause you're not doing it now. So it really doesn't matter if you're in the room or not. You could be serving a damn glass. It don't matter. You just Forrest Whitaker at that point. You just here. Hi, ma'am. Compound interest. Build up to what you want to be. If you say that's what you want to do, show yourself that you can do that each and every day by making a decision. Start pulling money from those accounts. Stop going out every weekend. Start saving that $20, $30. It may not seem like a lot now, but compound interest, tiny decisions that you're making today will impact tomorrow. So if you're trying to impact your tomorrow, then you need to be aware of what you're doing today. Who you talking to today? Where you going today? Where's your time being spent? Who you talking to about what you want to do? Are they helping you? Are they defending you behind closed doors? Are they repping you and networking your name around to people and to shops and stuff that can possibly help you? If they're not, then they're hindering you. And yes, it's a lonely road on the way to the top, but I mean, you don't want people on your back that can't even help you, and you don't want people who want what you have. So in order to do that, you have to sit down and figure out what it is that you want. You sit down and you figure out what it is that you need to do to get there, and once you get there, what do you want to do? So that way there is never any time for your momentum to be stopped because you already have a question and an answer for each checkpoint that you come up with or that you approach. All right, ladies, that's it for today. I had a lot of fun discussing this topic with you all. Come back next week. I'm here every Thursday dropping you a new episode on how you can propel yourself forward, how you can cut off the haters, how you can talk positive and sweet to yourself, how you can maintain your mental health, your physical, as well as your fashionable self, and any and everything in between. Thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you guys next week. As your host, Tarniqua Lachey, I'm out. Bye.